Right now, crews continue to fight that large brush fire at Camp Bullis, just north of San Antonio. We'll have the latest details coming up.
Plus, a lot of questions still unanswered after a man says he was shot while driving early this morning. What we know so far about this incident, that's still ahead.
You may not have seen it, may not have heard it, but we had some showers and storms overnight roll through parts of the San Antonio area and points northeast of here. We'll talk to Justin in just a moment.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Okay, big post-Fiesta. Whew, what a party. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, April 11th.
Happy Monday. Thanks for joining us. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. The weather worked out, but just in time, and then there was some rain.
There was some rain, and just in the nick of time. Of course, it wasn't enough to make a difference as far as the drought goes, but it certainly helps in situations like that's happening out at Camp Bullis.
It's small baby steps here, but yes, you're right, because we had that fire that's been going on, and we got a little bit of rain right over Camp Bullis overnight with these storms. So that does help. It wasn't a lot, but it was some. As we go outside for you, cloudy skies, very humid start to your Monday. And temperatures right now 71 degrees at the airport, 75 Stinson, 72 Kelly, 70 in Randolph. We've got southeasterly winds right now, which is going to maintain that humidity as we get into the afternoon. Yes, there was some rain last night. Yes, there were some thunderstorms. And yes, we did get a little bit of hail, some severe weather. But it was mainly northern Bexar County. You see sort of the strip there where we got some of the more significant rain. Chavano Park, one of the big winners, 1.2 inches there. The airport, about 0.2 of an inch. About 0.4 in northwestern Medina County. Kerrville picked up a little bit too with another storm a little bit earlier this morning. If you were in southern Bexar County, unfortunately, you did miss out on the rain this go round. We have a couple more chances here next few days. A lot of cloud cover right now. Cloudy skies again here in town. Temperatures across Bexar County generally in the 70s. You find some 60s as you go north. Bernie Stage sitting at 66 right now. Pollen count is in. Oak, 5,750 leads the way. Molds at 9/10. Those are the big offenders this morning on our pollen count. And Oak is probably going to stay high most of this week. Forecast for today, 76, 11 o'clock. We start to see a little more sun by this afternoon. There is a 10% chance of rain as we head towards the afternoon. 88 degrees, your high temperature. Partly cloudy skies later today. Winds not all that strong, but they do pick up tomorrow. And we'll have a little better chance for rain on your Tuesday. We talk about that, our fire threat that shows up on Wednesday, and we look ahead to Easter weekend. That's all coming up in just a bit.
Thank you very much, Justin.
And let's look at today's 9 at 9. Crews are still working to contain the massive brush fire at Camp Bullis today. So far, the fire is 50% contained and has burned about 2,800 acres. It all started around 2:30 on Saturday afternoon after it was ignited on a training demolition range. Voluntary evacuations for residents nearby were lifted yesterday, and Joint Base San Antonio officials say they do not believe the fire will spread outside of Camp Bullis.
In Ukraine, Russian forces are moving closer to the east, where Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky expects a renewed assault. Meanwhile, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson visited Zelensky in person in Kyiv over the weekend in a risky show of solidarity.
A string of deadly gun violence across the country this weekend. It started with a shooting in the Bronx where a 16-year-old girl was shot and killed while walking home from school. A 17-year-old boy has been arrested. Police say the shooting stemmed from two people who were shouting and gesturing toward each other for across the street. The teenage girl shot was just a bystander.
In Georgia, investigators are still trying to determine who brutally murdered the owner of a gun range, his wife, and their teenage grandson this weekend. Investigators say as many as 40 guns and the gun range's surveillance camera and recorder were taken from the scene.
In Iowa, 2 people are dead and at least 10 others injured after a shooting at a nightclub overnight Saturday into Sunday. Police believe that it was a targeted shooting and that 2 shooters were involved.
In Indianapolis, police say a fight at a birthday party led to another deadly shooting. 1 person was killed, 5 others hurt. So far, no arrests have been made in that shooting either.
The weekend violence comes as President Biden faces pressure to take more steps to address gun violence. He is expected to announce new firearm regulations today. Regulations on so-called ghost guns, which are unregulated and untraceable weapons made at home from kits, would help address a critical gap in the government's ability to track them.
Baby formula is still in short supply in some spots. Continuing supply chain issues and a recent recall have left nearly 30% of popular brands sold out. That's forcing many stores to limit sales.
And BMW says we likely won't see the end of the computer chip shortage until next year. Over the week, the CFO at Volkswagen warned it'll be probably 2024 before computer chip supplies can meet demand. And that's today's 9 at 9.
New this morning, San Antonio police trying to piece together what happened that sent a man to the hospital with a gunshot wound. Around 4:30 this morning, police got a call from a man who drove himself to Santa Rosa Hospital in Alamo Heights. Man said he was shot while driving in the Harmony Hills area.
Information from the victim was very limited. Officers were looking for a crime scene about 7 minutes away from the hospital on Lorene, west of San Pedro Avenue. So far, there's been no information on that suspect. The man shot is expected to be okay.
Quick check of TransGuide. Not seeing any accidents right now as the morning commute comes to a close. Traffic looks great around town, but this is the one backup. And yep, we do see an 18-wheeler is stopped and some flashing lights. That was at northbound 35. It is backed up in the northbound lanes of 35 from Cesar Chavez all the way back to Highway 90. That's the only incident we are seeing as of 9:04. In the other morning headlines, the latest on quarterback Dwayne Haskins and a hero finally recognized.
Plus, Johnny Depp not on the big screen fighting pirates. He's in court fighting with his ex-wife. And how much does it take to raise a child? Our David Sears is here to talk about all of this. Good morning.
Good morning.
Is Fiesta over?
It is.
Yes.
Looking through here trying to find my plays, I'm like, isn't there a parade somewhere?
Yeah, we went through all of them.
We did it.
Successfully.
It went like that.
Yeah.
Everybody did a great job. I'm super
great
proud of KSAT's effort.
Yeah, it was a great week. Hopefully all the folks enjoyed it. All right, we'll talk more about that later, but first let's get to this. The NFL family still mourning the loss of one of their own after Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Dwayne Haskins was killed over the weekend after he was hit by a dump truck. The investigation continues. One of the things the Florida Highway Patrol is looking into is why Haskins was outside of his vehicle trying to cross Highway 595 to begin with. Haskins was in South Florida working out with teammates, getting ready for the upcoming season. He had just signed with the Steelers and was preparing to compete for the starting job. He played in college ball at Ohio State, and his former college coach, Urban Meyer, had this reaction.
I thought, my goodness, we got something. And then you get to know him as a person. You got a lump in your throat, man. This is awful.
Yeah, the accident is being considered as a traffic homicide and could take from 30 to 90 days to investigate. Haskins was only 24 years old. It was a split decision that saved a life, and now a husband and father is a true hero. This is video of the driver of that car going right off a ferry boat ramp into the Port of Houston. We are now just seeing the video because it was released by the Coast Guard. The man who just jumped in and saved the driver is receiving accommodation. There he goes right there. It happened New Year's Eve in 2021. The Coast Guard recognized Cody Moore with their highest civilian honor, a Certificate of Merit. His family watched with pride as he received the award. The family was with friends that night eating dinner when the car went off the ramp. Cody's wife says she was not surprised he went in to save the guy.
When he said call 911 and I was running to the car to get something, I knew he was going in the water. I knew that he wouldn't just stand by.
It is like really dangerous, and it was because of like he did it for someone else. I was really proud of him.
Whenever it happened, it seemed so surreal. I didn't understand the gravity of it because he got out and he was soaking wet, and we went and had dinner.
Just like that, okay, let's go eat. Kind of the same attitude when he comes to being around for the story. Cody wasn't there for the interview because he was working, and then he had to go coach a Little League team. At least he had time to get his accommodation, though. Real-life Hollywood style actor Johnny Depp is in court today. His defamation lawsuit trial against his ex-wife Amber Heard starts today. Depp wants $50 million after Heard wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post claiming abuse. The article doesn't mention Depp by name, but his lawyers say his reputation and ability to get movie roles was damaged. Heard's lawyers say the suit is frivolous. Elon Musk and James Franco are among the celebrities on the witness list. And finally, how much do you think you spend on raising your child? The most expensive place to raise a child from birth to 18, China. The second is South Korea. The U.S. is between Germany and Italy, like at the 14th spot. The cost in China is about $75,000 from birth to 18. The big expense was preschool when it was private until recently when it went public. But I think school is like probably, I don't know. You can tell us how much it costs to raise a child. You're doing it right, and you're in the middle of it, right?
Have you done the math recently, Steph?
It really is. My husband's the one that's like, you did what? You spent what? I'm just kind of like, I'm going with the flow, but yeah, it adds up.
So somewhere around 75 grand. If it's in China, it's probably not that far behind here in the U.S. So keep saving your
Right. Then you got to do the currency conversion and everything. Thank you, David.
It's a lot.
We'll see you a little bit later on talking sports. 9:08, about 71 degrees, still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Well, you probably heard us talking about our KSAT Insiders Fiesta Party, and if you would like to join the fun, you can sign up right now. In just a few minutes, our KSAT Insiders producer, Rocio Hernandez, is going to be joining us to talk more about our Insiders program.
Plus, after the break, teachers describe what it's like to be teaching history as it's unfolding right now with the war in Ukraine. No end in sight for the war in Ukraine.
For over a month, Russian President Vladimir Putin's military has laid waste to entire towns, forcing millions to leave their homes.
Meanwhile, as our Lee Waldman explains, teachers here in San Antonio say they are teaching history as it unfolds.
My job to make sure that the information they have is accurate, because there's no hiding in the social media age.
Putin's war in Ukraine highlighted on social media apps like TikTok, easy for students to see. Victoria Bonner has taught at Jefferson High School for 3 years now. Her focus, AP Human Geography.
I felt it was very important to discuss the issue in Ukraine because it's happening in real time. As a history teacher,
since the war started, Bonner's students have been asking questions, wondering what the ramifications will be. She's guiding discussions, directing them to reliable sources, teaching them the importance of fact-checking.
Our job as educators to make sure that it's accurate enough for them and that they can make their decisions and their choices based off of accurate information.
A similar approach is happening in Northeast ISD. Meredith Birdie is the social studies dean at Churchill High School.
One of our world history teachers, he's been opening every class with questions. He says he wants to kind of ease students' fears.
Meanwhile, almost 6,500 miles away, millions of people are living the history Birdie and Bonner are teaching.
She said the entire Ukraine is not safe.
Speaking through a translator over Zoom, a woman who left the dangers of Mariupol to a different area of Ukraine says her once beautiful city is now 90% destroyed. She's hiding her face and not sharing her name out of fear of being targeted by Russian forces.
When you see the bombings, the grenades, Grad machines bombing the city, you understand that that military equipment not only destroying the city, but also killing everyone you love.
I asked her how she thinks this war will end. She's not sure, but she's scared.
This is the most horrifying thing that could happen, Putin invading the entire Ukraine.
Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
And taking a look outside with live cam, we warmed up a little bit to 71 degrees, and it's humid out there, Justin.
Very sticky, cloudy. All that humidity led to some cloud cover. Humidity is a good thing in one sense, that it's helping with the fire concerns that we have going on out there at GMSA Camp Bullis. But we need some rain. Look at the aquifer. Look where we are today. 648.6. The 10-day rolling average has now fallen below 650. So you can pretty much expect here soon that SAWS customers will be going into stage 2 restrictions. We'll let you know when we get the word, but we are headed in that direction, if not already there. So just a heads up, the aquifer has been on a steady decline this year. The rainfall has not been good. We did get some last night, some hail too. It was fairly small. There were some places where it got up to quarter size. Did give us a thunderstorm warning overnight in northern Bexar County. This was out of Schertz, this picture. And the short burst got some pea-sized hail there. It was loud too, some lightning and thunder if you were underneath that storm last night that made its way again across northern Bexar County. Here's a look at the time lapse, and that rain came in last night around 11 o'clock. Now we're getting the cloud cover, 71 degrees and cloudy. Southeasterly winds at about 11 miles per hour. Dew point is at 66, and that number has been rising. You see all the humidity that's in place here around South Texas. Now, as you look at the corner of your screen here, that is the dry line, and it will eventually work its way east a little bit today. So there will be some dry air to the west of San Antonio. I think San Antonio probably stays within the humidity most of today. And this cloud cover, by the way, will stick with us through at least the lunch hour before it breaks up some this afternoon. We get some partly cloudy skies. 75 Stinson, 71 Randolph, 68 right now Bulverde, 69 Canyon Lake. You're at 70 and cloudy in New Braunfels. Here's the futurecast. We mentioned that dry line. This model does not show any development along the dry line this afternoon. Likely with a cap in place, most of us are going to stay dry. But we can't rule out a stray storm along the dry line. If we do see development, it could be strong to severe. It's just the chances of that are very low. As we get into tomorrow morning, our rain chances come up a little bit. We'll start to see some showers and maybe a few storms work through between the morning commute and midday. I don't expect a ton of severe weather with this batch of rain, but there could be a strong storm or two. And then we clear out some, and then along the dry line tomorrow afternoon, we could see more storms develop. These would too have the potential to be strong to severe. So those are kind of the time frames that we're watching. For today, this area outlined in pink, that's where we have the risk for a stray strong storm, isolated. Tomorrow, it expands a little bit. You have a little better chance of seeing severe weather as you get up towards Canyon Lake in the Austin area, but kind of the same scenario here around San Antonio, isolated severe weather. And looking at the dew points, yeah, they'll stay high next couple of days, but by Wednesday, we got dry air pushing in behind a frontal boundary, and that brings back the fire danger. We'll have to worry about that on Wednesday with winds picking up as well. Our forecast for today, 76 by 11 o'clock, 78 noontime. We'll call for some sun later today and just a 10% chance of a stray storm. 3 p.m., 86, 88 degrees at 4 o'clock and 88 at 5 p.m. Cools down a little bit, but not much as we get into this evening with humidity hanging around. For, again, today, a 10% chance of rain. Tomorrow, 93 and somewhat windy. We'll keep a slight chance of a shower or storm in the forecast Wednesday morning. But by Wednesday afternoon, that dry air pours in. That allows the temperatures to jump up to 94, and that will bring back that fire danger. 87 Thursday, 83 for Good Friday. Moisture comes back by the weekend, and that means a warm and humid Easter weekend. Right now, we have temperatures forecast to be in the low 90s both Saturday and Sunday.
It's going to get warm.
It will.
Thank you, Justin.
9:18, about 71 degrees.
And coming up next on GMSA at 9, we're going to explain more about our KSAT Insiders program and how you can join for free.
All right, 2 incidents to report. This is a stall, looks like 18-wheeler, northbound 35 near Cesar Chavez. Big backups, almost 2 miles. And now we've got an accident reported further back at 35 at Nogalitos. Don't know if this is connected to all those slowdowns right now, but that does tend to happen sometimes when traffic comes to a screeching halt. All this again affecting I-35 northbound between Highway 90 and up towards Cesar Chavez. Welcome back. Just about 9:22. You probably heard us talk about our KSAT Insiders program, but do you really know what it's all about?
KSAT Insider membership producer Rosia Hernandez joins us now to explain more about the free membership program and how you can enjoy the fun. Good morning.
Glad you are here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. First of all, what does it mean to be a KSAT Insider, and why should people join?
Well, KSAT Insiders are part of a large community of station supporters. So members of this free program get access to exclusive benefits, including being able to spin our KSAT Insider prize wheel on air. They also get first look at our special events. So KSAT Insiders actually were the first to know that we were having these 2 Fiesta events this last weekend, and they got first dibs on tickets. They also get access to KSAT Connect and KSAT.com comments. So it's quite amazing. It's a way for KSAT 12 to thank viewers and readers, and we get to bring them closer to our newsroom.
These are some of our most passionate fans too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, we like people who watch us. They were like, yay! They woke up early when they see Mark and I or some of our other staff members. And tell us a little bit about your role with the Insiders.
Well, the KSAT Insider membership producer role is a new and exciting role. My role involves actively listening and engaging with viewers and readers, and I'm also the one to inform members on the new and exclusive opportunities that are available to them, and that could include, an exclusive event with KSAT journalist Myra Arthur, and that's actually something we did this year, so it was kind of cool.
That's pretty cool. How can people become a KSAT Insider and access some of these member benefits?
Well, to become a KSAT Insider is super simple and easy. You can go to www.com or www.ksatinsider.com/insider. And then the QR code is also here for anybody that would be interested in joining. And after you join, we'll get you started with an email on how to access all of those amazing benefits.
So we just wrapped up Fiesta. What would probably be the next big event?
The next big event, well, we have some amazing things, in store, and, I don't want to give it away yet because, it's pretty cool, but we do have, right now going on, we have a contest for Disney on Ice tickets, and we also have our prize wheel, which is happening year round.
All right. So are there more, and you don't have to give us all the details. We'll ask you off camera. But are there more big events coming in 2022, or are we already planning ahead for 23, or both?
There's definitely a lot to look forward this year as far as events. And so for those, we're really looking forward to, meeting more members at these events. And, it's a way for them to also meet you guys, our KSAT team, and get to engage with you guys and just have that, closer connection, with our team.
Well, here's the best part now that we're coming out of the pandemic is we get to plan these things and actually execute them, right?
Right, correct. So it's a lot of great things happening this year for KSAT Insider.
Cool. Well, welcome aboard at KSAT.
Welcome.
Yeah, well,
Did you have fun?
So much. Yeah, I definitely had a lot of fun. It was my first Fiesta this year, my first time in San Antonio. I moved for this role specifically, so yeah, I'm excited for what's to come.
Awesome. Well, what a great weekend to experience it too.
That's right. All right, time for a nap, Rocio. We know you've been busy. All right, Rocio Hernandez, our KSAT Insider. What's your official title?
It's KSAT Insider Membership Producer.
Membership Producer. Gotcha. Okay. I was going to say Membership Director or Senior Vice President of Membership. Whatever you're comfortable with.
Queen of Membership.
Queen of Membership. Yes, there you go.
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
Thanks, Rocio. Well, maybe we'll see you some other time right here on the News at 9. Okay, 9:25, 71 degrees. There is more ahead.
And including some tips for those of you that have yet to file your taxes. Dun, dun, dun. The deadline's coming up, and we can help you get things moving.
And after the break, we're going to get a latest update on that big fire out at Camp Bullis on the far north side. Sarah Costa has been out there all morning. She is going to share the very latest information.
And a quick check of the roads with TransGuide. There's that look there at I-35 at Cesar Chavez. Again, that northbound. There's a stalled 18-wheeler out there. And we are having another incident there, and this is the crash at I-35 in Nogalitos. You may want to avoid these areas. Things are moving slow.
Welcome back. Just shy of 9:30. Windy, dry conditions over the weekend did not help crews fighting that massive brush fire that ignited at part of Joint Base San Antonio Camp Bullis on Saturday.
Heavy smoke, and even at one point, flames could be seen miles away in parts of northern San Antonio.
That's right. Sarah Costa has been covering the story all morning long outside of Camp Bullis and has the latest on attempts to contain that big fire.
Just before 7:30 this morning, we actually saw Travis County fire trucks pulling into the entrance here. So we do know that multiple agencies continue to help JBSA fire crews fight this blaze. And the latest information that we have from JBSA Fire is the fire is at 50% contained, spanning over 2,800 acres. There are no injuries and no occupied buildings or structures that have been damaged by these flames. Now, active service members on site have been moved to safe locations as fire response efforts continue. JBSA officials said there was an authorized training mission taking place in a demolition training area of Camp Bullis when that fire ignited Saturday around 2:30 in the afternoon, which we do know had very strong winds and had a red flag warning. Now, we asked exactly what the training mission involved, but they declined to say because of their investigation, and information from that investigation won't be available for a couple of weeks. Justin Horn has mentioned it's significantly less windy today. We have a lot more humidity in the air, and we even got some rain over this area of Camp Bullis overnight. So all those factors will help fight this brush fire. Now, at one point, there were voluntary evacuations for southwest parts of Comal County, but those have since been lifted, and JBSA fire officials say they don't believe this fire will spread outside of the Camp Bullis borders. From Camp Bullis, I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
And taking a look outside with live cam, we're at 71 degrees. It's nice and humid out there, and it's going to warm up too, Justin.
It will, and that humidity is such a good thing when it comes to fighting these fires. I really think they'll be able to get it under control today just based on the conditions. Now, as we get towards midweek, we're going to have another fire day where we'll have some gusty winds and very dry air. But at the moment, humidity is poured back in here. And that's led to some cloud cover. We can see that on the visible satellite picture. Clouds have overspread the San Antonio area. These will stick with us for several more hours before we see some sun this afternoon. We also got that storm last night, or a couple of storms that made their way through the area. Those have since pushed out to the east. Possibility of maybe a stray storm again this afternoon. You can see that we're kind of on the edge of things down here, but an isolated shot at a strong or severe storm cannot be ruled out along the dry line. Not likely, though. Most of us stay dry. There's the satellite picture once again. You can see the clouds are fairly thick where we are here in Bexar County, at least for now. 69 Helotes, 70 Rio Medina, 69 Bulverde, 70 in New Braunfels. And the forecast for today, we should get up to about 78 by noontime. And then this afternoon, once we do see a little bit of sun, we'll be pushing 90 degrees, upper 80s here in town, some 90s down to the south and west. More humidity, more warmth tomorrow, possibility of a little bit more activity when it comes to some showers and storms. We'll detail that for you coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you very much, Justin. Right now, we want to show you a quick traffic update, and we're showing the big backups at 35 in Nogalitos. There was an accident there right by the exit ramp, and then these backups extend all the way up close to downtown because we have a stalled 18-wheeler northbound 35, and this is not going anywhere quick right now. As a matter of fact, you see a bunch of cones up there, almost like they're doing construction work or something. Maybe that's a King Kong record just now pulling up to the scene, but that's causing about a 2-mile backup on northbound 35 on the western edge of downtown, again coming into the city from the southwest side.
And TxDOT has released a list of construction spots around the city for the month of April. You can find that information on our website right now, and if you scan that QR code on your screen, it will take you directly to the webpage.
Well, we're just the messengers here, but tax day is next Monday, April 18th. And if you haven't already filed, now is the time to try to get that done.
Sometimes the hardest part is getting started. So ABC's M1 has what you need to know to get the ball rolling.
The window to file your federal tax return is closing.
Doing your taxes can be super overwhelming, but if you can invest a little bit of time in the pre-work, setting yourself up for success can go a very long way.
Start with your personal identifying information.
Like the social security numbers for every family member, their dependents themselves, a copy of their driver's license, their bank account numbers, the routing numbers, make sure that information is correct.
Next, gather any documents that show your sources of income.
The W-2, which is what your employer sends you, showing how much income you made. If you are self-employed, then you should be getting a 1099 from different sources of income that you may have done.
These documents will be delivered to you in the mail, or you may be able to access them online by logging into your workplace portal. And if you earned interest on your bank accounts, that needs to be reported to the IRS too.
If you log in, you go to your account, you go to the tax documents tab, your bank will prepare a statement for you if there's a need.
If you make $73,000 or less a year in adjusted gross income, you can file online with free tax preparation software through the IRS website. If you make $58,000 or less, you may qualify to visit a volunteer income tax assistance center.
And it basically offers pre-tax preparation to taxpayers who don't make a lot of money, taxpayers who are not very fluent in English and need help.
To find a volunteer income tax assistance center near you, go to irs.gov/VITA. Emwin, ABC News.
And speaking of tax help, IRS certified students at KSAT High School will be offering free volunteer income tax assistance services for households making less than $65,000 a year or less.
Their services will be offered from 4:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow at the school on North Main Avenue near North Florida Street.
Also be available to help people on Thursday, same time, same place. Well, a lot of sports going on this weekend, from the Spurs to the Masters.
David is back with RJ to break it down the weekend and tells us what to expect next for the Silver and Black and the play-in tournament.
Good morning, guys.
How you doing over there? You all right?
I'm okay.
Doing okay?
At least Fiesta brightened my spirits.
That always helps.
Here's
That's
the
good.
key. Forget everything that you've seen so far.
Okay.
With the Spurs. Just forget it all.
Just erase it
It no
completely.
longer matters.
Okay. I agree.
On Wednesday is the real, well, not the real season.
Well,
the
some
pre-real
postseason.
season.
Yeah.
The
We got some
preseason to the real
postseason hoops.
season
Okay.
is Wednesday. So, although the Spurs are kind of, I hate to say they're limping in, but they're they didn't exactly finish in a flurry.
I think we kind of figured out what the strategy was going to be Saturday when they sat four guys against Golden State. They still had a chance to possibly get to the 9th spot, decided to sit guys. Now, yesterday, Pop decides, you know what, he's going to play the starters because he wanted them to kind of get a little bit more back in the groove. Plus, DeJounte had been out
So he got
for
a
the
little
past
work.
3-4 games, so it's good to see him back.
Yeah, he actually had a pretty decent night. He had 17. Keldon Johnson had 24. Devin Vassell had 15. So, I mean, they only lost by 10.
Yeah,
they were on the road. So
it wasn't too bad. And again, I think
here's
they're
the
just
thing.
trying to get in the feel of things.
Towards
again.
the end of the season, last month, they won 5 in a row on the road. So that's the key. So they know they can win on the road. They know they can win in New Orleans if they play the way they've been playing the last month or so. They're 6-4 over the last month, so that's not bad. Now,
including those last two
that was
losses.
not good for Dallas right there. Not that we worry about Dallas too much, but to see him.
Luka Doncic, they had nothing to play for. They were already in the 4th spot, and they kept Luka in there, and he strains his calf. So I think he's going to play in the first round, but still. Again, we're not too worried about Dallas because we got New Orleans, David, here on Wednesday
night.
coming up Wednesday.
So the Spurs play Wednesday. They win. They play Friday. They win that one, and then they're in the playoffs.
There
and
we
they
go.
start over the weekend. So.
How do they match up with the Pelicans at this point?
Yeah, so they won 3 out of 4 this season against New Orleans. I like the matchup, except that a couple of those games were without New Orleans having C.J. McCollum.
So
that was kind of a big. That was a big midseason trade that the New Orleans Pelicans did. Of course, we brought in Josh Richardson. And I like the way that Richardson has played over the past couple of months with San Antonio. So I think it's gonna be a good game.
If you look over the last month, the Spurs are playing the best basketball that they played all season. I think they won. Let's see. I even wrote it down. They won 4 in a row, and then they lost 1. Then they won 3 in a row, and they lost 1. They won 5 in a row on the road. And like I said, they finished 6-4. So they're playing the best that they played all season.
We can officially call it a late season surge.
We hope.
Yeah.
If you're going to peak, now's the time to peak.
You bet.
They seem to be getting there at the right time, and with DeJounte back.
So it's good. I mean, I think this is a win-win either way because they're in this playing tournament. They're getting some experience for this young squad. They're also going to have 3 first-round draft picks. So I think that the Spurs are in a good shape here, and this is going to be a lot of fun.
Refresh my memory real quick. Is everybody healthy at this point? DeJounte, Lonnie, everybody?
Other than McDermott, and Lonnie Walker was suffering some back spasms.
Right.
Yeah. Some back
And that's an
spasms.
old age thing, man.
He's too young for that.
Yeah, Lonnie.
Like bend over and go, I can't get up.
Lonnie was out in Iosa just hanging out the other day. He was sitting on the corner, and I was like, got to take care of that back, Lonnie. Come on, we need you.
Well, he wasn't doing anything. He just sitting watching.
Yeah, he was just sitting watching.
We're talking back soreness, and RJ's like, what are you talking about? And David's like, yeah, so it's like this.
To move around a little bit.
For us. So those two guys, obviously we've been missing McDermott for a while, so we'll see what happens.
So really at this point as Spurs fans, we have to take it a game at
That's
a
all we
time.
do. Yeah. 2 games to get into the first round. 2 wins to get in.
Also
Masters.
this weekend, did you see who was back at the Masters? Tiger Woods. Now this guy right here, he's a Dallas guy.
He is, and a UT guy.
And a UT
Found that
guy.
out yesterday.
And now he's wearing a green jacket.
Yeah, he played a heck of a weekend.
He had a good weekend. He's got the green jacket. And
took a lot of drama out of the round because he just dominated for the past couple of days. So
and I
good
know
to see him
Tiger
taking care of business.
struggled a bit, but I guess the takeaway this weekend is he's already committed to playing a couple other.
The British Open.
He's committed to playing it's not the British Open. It's the Open. Correct you, but it's just the Open. And you know what? It was great to see him there. Number 1 and number 2, he made the cut, which I think that was fun. That was his first goal. He wanted to be in contention on Sunday, but I watched him all 4 days, most of every round, all 4 days, and he looked pretty good on Thursday and then Friday, and then Saturday you could see he was starting to be in a little bit of pain, and then by the time he got to the back 9 yesterday, he was pretty much done. He was even asked, "How much pain are you in?" And he goes, "I'll answer that question."
Another another old man sound.
But man, it was just fun to see him in the crowd.
It was great to see Tiger back.
Golf clap for Scotty Scheffler.
Absolutely, the number one golfer. I know, number one golfer, probably not getting as much attention as he should be getting, but big win for him there. He's only 25, so he's got a long ways to go here.
3 out of 5 starts he's won.
Yeah,
His last
been in the top 10 along there. Yeah, he's been
more to come from Mr. Scheffler.
And he's got kind of an odd swing because he's swinging in this
here we go.
He's
and Rory McIlroy finished second.
Yeah, he was on fire yesterday. Yeah, finished second place.
Okay.
There for
Chipped in, he hit a sand shot.
Nice.
Right there on 18.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
That's like a buck or something if you're betting with your friends on a golf course.
All right, let's talk Spurs more this week, and hopefully it's good news.
Yes.
We hope
Wednesday
so.
night.
Okay?
Yeah, we don't need a. We don't. Oh.
Yeah.
Go
Spurs, go.
Coming up with Fiesta with Stephanie, we don't need a bad.
No, we don't.
Eternal optimism until it runs dry. 9:42, about 72 degrees.
You're watching GMSA at 9, and it's always fun to see someone experience Fiesta for the first time. And coming up after the break, Lee Waldman is going to be joining us to talk about her first Fiesta here in San Antonio.
Fiesta may be over, but we can't stop talking about it.
It's always a fun time for us and those who have lived here for a while, but it's even more special for those new to San Antonio and experience it for the first time.
Lee Waldman's one of our newest reporters, and she had the pleasure of covering a lot of Fiesta events this year. Lee, you've just graduated from the Fiesta class of 2022. Congratulations.
Thank you. Very proud graduate
We
here.
are so proud of you. We didn't get you a graduation gift, but
a lot of medals.
So tell us.
Lots of medals.
So when you think about everything you just experienced and lived through, what's the best memory so far?
Oh, the best one so far. I think it had to be Nyosa, and just meeting so many people that were just so excited to be a part of Fiesta and excited just to meet us and to just hang out and have some fun. I think that was the best part of it, and just meeting so many people who love KSAT. I think that was the best part. I loved it all.
And you got to have Fiesta food.
Oh,
I saw the chicken on a stick.
That chicken on a stick, let me tell you, that's life-changing. If I can incorporate chicken on a stick into my everyday diet, I think that would be great. The jalapeno on top, a little juicy, but it was great. It was amazing.
Now, was I seeing things, or did you talk David Sears into something wacky on Friday during the Battle of Flowers parade? What happened there?
So David and I have this great friendship, and we've decided this is our new tradition every year for Fiesta.
We didn't decide this is our new tradition. She decided this is our new tradition.
It's our new tradition.
But it was good.
Every year we're going to get our face painted.
There we go.
And it's going to be something matching, something fun. David, I think it looks great on you. I think if you could do that every day, you might as well.
No.
It was funny because he then had to go over to the portable washing stations and try and wash all of the makeup off his face so he could do live shots for our 12 o'clock show. And that was a whole adventure in itself. He was asking the lady, how do I get this stuff off eventually?
Oh, wow.
It was an adventure for sure.
You just used water? To get
just water and just lots of scrubbing on his face.
Goodness.
They were using a low grit sandpaper.
Exactly. I think most of the skin is off on that side of his face now.
But you asked her about it a while ago. I don't know that I've ever seen somebody come in to our station that's new and that's just being introduced to Fiesta that had so much. I mean, this is a great time for anybody that comes to San Antonio, but I never saw anybody have so much fun.
I was pumped.
At Fiesta as her.
I'm going to write a letter to Mayor Nuremberg and ask if we can do Fiesta every day, or at least like a year-round thing, because it was great.
There's a lot of people going, hey, Lee, can we pace ourselves here? That's a lot.
Every day, more glitter, more confetti, let's go.
More fun and a great economic impact.
Exactly.
There you go.
Party for a purpose. That's what it's all about.
Well, we're glad that you enjoyed it personally and professionally.
Yes, exactly.
Covering it as well, right?
Yes, covering it as well, and just getting to tell the great stories about how this is impacting our community, because we know San Antonio is a beautiful city, and to be able to do something so good for so many people, that's really what it's all about.
Well, keep talking David into out of character stuff like that.
There
please.
we go. I also have pictures to prove it, so.
I love it.
That's the problem.
You'll never live it down.
Cameras now. We got a picture to prove it.
Right.
We'll do it again next year. We're going to start our tradition.
There we go.
Sounds good.
Have some fun and enjoy Fiesta.
All right.
Love it.
Dave, thank you. Lee Waldman, thank you again. Congratulations being the Fiesta class of 22.
Thank you so much.
You made it through.
We're so proud of our most recent graduate.
You did great. You did great.
She's no longer a newbie.
No longer.
Nope.
Never again.
And the weather was great for Fiesta. I mean, at least the rain held off for the festivities.
It did for almost all the festivities, especially the 3 marquee parades.
It did. It was perfect. I think we're going to be a little spoiled, honestly, because next year it's going to be like in the 90s. You remember when it was in the 70s and it was chilly? we'll hope for the best. But it was great weather this year. I want to show you the rainfall from last night. So we had a storm move across northern Bexar County, did drop some good numbers, over an inch in Chavano Park, but in general, around 0.2 of an inch was kind of the average here, stretching from Medina Lake, Helotes over towards the airport, Selma, New Braunfels, and then Seguin kind of got the tail end of it there. Another storm brought some rain to Kerrville overnight. Good to see the rain. I wish we could share the wealth a little bit more, though. More of Bexar County out in South Texas in general. Now, we also picked up about 0.05 of an inch at GMSA Camp Bullis, and there is that fire that we've been tracking through the weekend. I think it probably helped at least a little bit to have some rain. Humidity is helping today. Wind's not quite as strong, so hopefully they'll get that thing under control, and I think they are, but we've been watching that one. It shows another fire there in Real County, but I think it's mostly Edwards County that we've been watching a fire there. Hopefully that too can get under control today. As far as humidity goes, dew points are in the 60s. I mentioned that it's very sticky, very humid. That helps with the fire concerns for now. But as we get into the middle part of the week, dew points drop off again, and some of the models are indicating some very dry air on Wednesday. That would be a bad thing because we'll get some gusty winds too. And there we go again. Fire danger returns, at least for a day or two before the humidity jumps back up by Good Friday. Outside, cloudy skies, 71 degrees at the airport. Southeasterly winds at about 11 miles per hour, and this should stay in that 5 to 15 mile per hour range. As we look at the cloud cover, starting to kind of ease up a little bit west to east, but we're still very much in the clouds here around San Antonio, and it will be a while before the clouds really break up and we get some sun. But once we do, it'll boost temperatures into the 80s today. 71 at the airport, 72 Randolph, 69 Canyon Lake. And the Futurecast shows dry line makes its way towards Bexar County by 6 p.m. That could be enough to touch off a storm, but we're not expecting much. And this model doesn't show anything, so we're going to leave it at a 10% chance. Rain chances do increase a little bit as we get into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning between, say, the morning commute and noontime, we could see some showers and maybe a storm. Best chance will be probably to our south and east, but that rain chance is there. Then things clear out by early afternoon, and then along the dry line, we could see some more storms erupt. If we do, they could be strong to severe. So something to watch tomorrow along the dry line. Today, just isolated at best for storms and the threat for severe weather. Tomorrow, same story, but I think it maybe increases just a little bit, especially north and east of town. More scattered potential for some severe weather and isolated here around San Antonio. We'll keep you posted. Temperature-wise, in the 70s by noontime, 78 degrees, and then high near 88 this afternoon. Extended forecast. We're going to go 30% chance of rain tomorrow. Windy on Wednesday. There's that fire danger we talked about. 94. It does cool down a little bit Thursday. More humidity and warmth as we head towards the Easter weekend. We'll be right back.
Well, it took them most of the hour, but they finally cleared that stalled big rig at 35 northbound at Cesar Chavez. But we were still seeing some backups, and yeah, it's going to take just a little bit longer. This is way down at Nogalitos where there was a fender bender earlier. So it's starting to ease up, but it goes back almost to 90 where you're still running into some of this residual traffic. Give it some time, hopefully within the next 5 to 10 minutes. Justin.
Warm and humid. It'll take some time for those clouds to clear out, but we do think we'll see some clearing later today. Stray shower or storm. A little better chance of some showers and storms coming up tomorrow.
Easter on Sunday already.
It seems quick because of Fiesta.
That's right.
But at least we had a good time.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, guys.